The word patriarch means three arch fathers. Three arch fathers. Therefore, in a biblical context, Abraham would not be a patriarch because he was not an arch father. The patriarch would have been Sem, Cham, and Japheth because they are or they were the three arch fathers. Therefore, it is in my concept that in the Eastern Hemisphere, in a biblical context, there would be only three kingdoms, three kings. One for the house of Sem, one for the house of Cham, and one for the house of Japheth. And there would be none for the house of Abraham unless he was the senior branch of one of the root houses. Therefore, in my context, there would be no king or kingdom of Israel, or no king or kingdom of Arabia if the Arabs are claiming kingship from Ishmael, because I would not recognize the house of Abraham as any kingdom. And that is why it is said that the biblical Israel that they talk about had no king, and they always wanted a king because they were not the senior branch of any of the root houses. Therefore, it is justified in a biblical context that there should be no king of Arabia, no king of Israel. And people should remember that it is said in the same biblical context that when the Messiah comes, he will have the authority to make changes in the earth, and those changes will be accepted in the heavens. So one of the things that they told us was that God was going to make Abraham a king. Well, they should know that is the authority of the Messiah to make that change, and said Abraham will not be a king, will not have a king, and that change will be made, will be accepted in the heavens, because it is not justified for Abraham to become king. Because if Abraham was not in line of one of the senior branches of the root houses, then he would have no right to be a king. And it is the duty of the Messiah to establish justice and order in the earth. So anything that is unjust and out of order will not be accepted by him, and the heavens will accept his position, because it is his obligation to stick to order and justice. And I am saying here now that I see no king of Israel and I see no king of Arabia. In the new map of the earth, in the Eastern Hemisphere, in the biblical context, I see three kingdoms. One of Cham, they call Ham, of Sem, and of Japheth. There is a serious problem in the kingdom of Japheth because of the wickedness that is coming from the kingdom of the north. The prince of the north, who would be the king of the house of Japheth, is doing so much wickedness on the earth There is a dark cloud over his kingdom, and I have been given news that the end of a lion, which I interpret as being the end of a king, it would seem to me that the house of Japhet is destined to be castigated and to be left without a royal representative.